Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Michael Vasade, and I want to share with you something today that I've never shared with you guys. I don't think I've shared it with you yet, and that is that I'm a registered nurse in the emergency department. And of course, this is very significant right now. We are on the front lines every day, 24 hours a day. I worked 3 back-to-back 12-hour shifts last week. Even right now, with the current crisis, I love being a nurse. People ask me sometimes, is it difficult? Are you scared? And to be honest with you, us nurses, we're very brave. We're a very brave breed, especially emergency department nurses. We confront fear and we push it aside. We have to do our jobs, to be able to constantly be faced with the possibility that anything could walk in the department at any moment, and we have to take care of it as professionals. So as far as fear goes, I can't really say that I'm afraid. I do have a lot more work to do. We have a lot more work to do in the emergency department because we have to gown up, goggle up, mask up, and other precautions. This is a picture of me just a couple nights ago that I took while I was working. So you can see that's a lot of gear. It can feel suffocating. It makes our care very impersonal at times and very robotic. There is a barrier now between nurse and patient, between doctor and patient. And it's like that with every patient now. It's not just some patients or rule out COVID patients. It's constant. We're taking these precautions now with every single patient that we have. And most of them right now are cough, shortness of breath, and fever, because a lot of the other patients are staying away from the hospital. I also had the opportunity March 10th to take care of the very first patient that was tested positive for the coronavirus, and have since been tested myself as well as my wife, and we both have turned out negative, thanks be to God. So that was an anxious time as well. So this is kind of the new normal for us in the emergency department. Definitely the first few shifts I had, it was shaking it off and wondering if I could even do this under these new circumstances. I think we all felt this way. You know, now as we adjust to this new normal, there's a confidence setting in, more of a rhythm setting in, but still difficult to know when this is ever going to end. I thought this was really cool. Somebody brought this into work, a drawing the other day. This photo, I'm sure we've all seen it. We can do it. I think it was put out during the World War II era, when women were encouraged to work and fund the war and fuel the economy through their work and support the family through their work. People ask me a lot of the time, is it hard? Is it hard right now to be a nurse? Isn't it difficult? And I like to think of it this way. Working in the emergency room, every shift is like a marathon. You go into it thinking, oh my gosh, I've got these 12 hours. You know, it's gonna be a long haul. And you finish and you feel good. You feel like you've accomplished something because you have. So now it's like running a marathon with gear on. So if you can imagine running a marathon, which is already difficult, but then putting jacket on, a hat on, a mask on, and boots on, the marathon just got a lot more challenging. But then it becomes normal. I'm not really afraid of getting the coronavirus. It is something that I think about, that I consider. You know, I would hate to bring it home, get my wife infected. But I know that if I do get it, there's a great probability that I'm gonna be okay, that my wife's gonna be okay. So I don't really fear it. Of course, self-isolation is very important. I believe wholeheartedly we need to follow what the authorities are telling us about self-isolation, avoiding crowds. That's all very important, guys. We have to do this. This will flatten the curve. This will decrease the incidence of the coronavirus among us. And the sooner it does decrease, the faster life can get back to normal. For me, what I love about the emergency department is every single patient in the emergency department never thought they would be there when they woke up in the morning. But there they are. So you have this opportunity to meet somebody who's in a crisis of some kind, of some magnitude, whether it be little or small, and to walk with them through it. Develop trust with them through it. Develop relationship with them professionally through it and come out the other side, whether it be the acceptance of a new diagnosis or illness. You're walking with them, and it's powerful, and it's real, it's raw, it's sincere. I've got so many stories. I could do a video just on stories of all the incredible patients and their sufferings that I've seen over the years. On a lighter note, if you know any nurses, or even doctors for that matter, we love to talk about shoes. We don't just put on any old pair of shoes and go to work. Our feet, because we're on them all the time, are very, very important to us, and we need to take care of them. So I just got some new shoes and I've worn them around the house, and here, why don't you check them out. So there it is, the Skechers Go Walk. Anyways, I've worn them around the house. They're very comfortable. I'm gonna wear them to work tomorrow for the first time. Looking forward to that. This is such a hard time to even put into words for all of us. I'm not speaking just as a nurse, I'm speaking about all of us right now. We went from feeling powerful to feeling powerless. This has affected every level of our life, right? Economically, socially, spiritually, physically, on so many different levels. This is also a particularly interesting time in social media. Everyone's kind of isolated. Everyone is isolated, staying at home. And social media has become like the fire, the campfire that we're all kind of huddled around to share information, to be creative, to post how we're feeling, to encourage one another through this crisis, to get our news, etc. You hear that? If you're hearing creaking during this video, it's because I'm in the basement. This is kind of like this makeshift studio. I think I told you guys in a few. So that's my wife and my dog Daisy walking around upstairs. I think it's drawing out of all of us a deeper poverty. It's made us all on some level, even celebrities, have become poor. So those are my scattered thoughts. I just hope and I pray, guys, that we all become better people as a result of this crisis, a better nation, a better country. What's getting me through it all, honestly, is prayer. And if you don't believe, I respect that, or whatever you believe, I respect that. But honestly, if you were to ask me, how are you getting through this? It's prayer. My wife and I pray every day, throughout the day, as much as we can. I pray for you, I pray for your health, I pray for the health of your families. Persevere in this time of isolation, make the most of it. Take care of yourself, take care of your bodies, and love one another. And I'll see you in the next video.